So last time we built this really tall and powerful hybrid tube launcher so we could go to our faraway oil reserves without having to walk there. But the problem with only building one is that we can get there but we can't get back, which really defeats the purpose. So the obvious next step was to build a second hybrid tube launcher on the other side so we can come back. I didn't want to build the whole up to the sky thing all over again because, being honest, that was a stupid idea, and I only did it because it was possible and I wanted to see if it would work, which it did. But this second design was more functional, it made more sense, it was flatter. It didn't work the first couple of tries, but after a bit of tweaking, it worked perfectly. Alright, okay, so now we have the return mechanism all sorted out. We can start working on actually getting the oil ready. So there are a couple more oil things around this area than I initially thought. There's two over here, nice, and then there's also one over here. But one thing I noticed about the one over here is that it's very heavily guarded, and I honestly don't really want to worry about trying to fight those things with a Xeno Zapper or whatever you call it, the Christmas cane, candy cane. There's a massive oil thing there. However, there are those guys, and I don't like those guys. Those guys are very hard to deal with. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a rebar gun, just because it will be easier to deal with them than having to worry about smacking them by hand. But to do that I need to do a ton of research. This is so much easier now. It takes 2 seconds to get back. Man, I should have done this on the other side. Look how quick this is in comparison. I'm going, oh. I am very far away from where I need to go. So I've done a decent amount of research off camera, just kind of going through all these trees, a bunch of hard drive stuff, and I have all of this. I can kind of see how this would be useful, but yeah, I don't really get it yet. So for the rebar, here it is, rebar gun and iron rebar. We can make one. I love not having to run around. Okay, cool. Now what do we do? Iron rebar. It's just, we have loads of those, we can go get some of those right now. And now we can make iron rebar for 20 years. Gonna make around 200 of it, so we have enough. Hopefully 200 should be enough. I don't actually know how much damage these things do, and I'm sure the wiki will tell me, but Now we have our ammo, so now we can just shoot the things repeatedly, rather than having to stab them repeatedly. So how do I do this? I go to my hands, I guess I just put it there. It can hold one round at a time. Yeah, that makes it slightly less practical than I had initially thought. Okay, well it's time to fight those things now, in a way that's much easier. First, I think we're going to liberate that one back there, because it's the hardest. Then we're going to liberate that one over there, and then we have those two which should just be unoccupied as of right now. Oh, he's dead. Okay, well that's one down. Okay then, a couple shots later. Whoa. Okay, you can fall into it. That's a question I didn't really want answered. One thing I also want to find out is, with this refinery, where can I put it? Does it have to go... No, not refinery, sorry, it's an oil extractor. Must be placed on a resource node. Right, okay, so we can't use this stuff yet. This is probably some, bigger node or something that we haven't got to. Now let's do the other one. It's over here somewhere. Okay, I thought that was a scorpion for a second, but no, it's just a dead thing. But we're okay with dead things. See, alive things we don't like. Oh wait, you can use these guys. Oh, of course, it's a gun. Of course, you can hit them from range. That's his whole thing. All down, and only 30 rounds, which was a lot more than I should have needed. What are you? No, is he scared of me? Because I killed all his friends. No, don't be scared of me, I'm fine. Okay, pet the lizard doggo. Does he become my friend if I pet him enough? I don't think so, I think he's just terrified of me right now, which, okay, fair enough, I'd be too. Is he gonna go for a swim? Oh, he is. It's alright, he just wanted to swim, he was just warm. Hot summer's day, Alright, okay. Well, now that's the extermination complete. Now we can begin the building part. The, less or more interesting part, depending on which side of the scale you stand on. Okay, I was wrong. The extermination is not complete. There's one chonker sitting over here that we have to deal with. I don't think I've fought one of these guys before, so this is going to be interesting. Oh, he's dead. Well, I'm sorry. May you rest in pieces. Goodbye. Now, where do you want to locate? I reckon we locate it right there. That's going to be the main base of everything around here. The main base of oil, rather. Okay, so we are here now, and honestly, this could not have come at a better time because literally all of my power is just starting to fail. Like, my main grid is overloaded right now, which is, you know, not a good sign. So yeah, this is coming at a very good time. I said we're going to put it over here. I'm going to make a massive foundational pad because I so understand why people use those now. Those make everything just so much nicer, easier, better. Overall, it's just nicer. It's just the way you should play this game. Don't know how I survived so long without it. By the way, we set up this Crazitane very recently, and all of these are already full. I'm pretty sure I have more quick-wire than I'm ever going to need in this entire world. Let's just take 500 of it for now. Alright, so what we have a pure node over there and a normal node over here. That means in total, between these two, we have 360 per minute, I think the unit is, of oil being produced. That is, conveniently, just enough for a single pipe. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to have both of them run into one pipe, because then I feel like it'll be easier to, you know, segment and to do all of that stuff. Perfect. Now, we can take our foundations. We're going to go 1 meter. And this is... How is that? Okay, right, that's roughly aligned with that. Enough now, that's the first one. Now we're just going to go for... like, I don't know, I reckon about here looks good enough, you know? And one more on the end for good luck. Okay, right, now that's all the foundations done. I've never actually done something like this before, so this is going to be a new experience for all of us. First we have to have the basic refinery set up, so that's enough for now. There's probably more we can put in. I just need to make sure that we're doing the right thing. First, fuel. That's what we need. Fuel 60 per minute. So right now we have 360, so we can have 6 of these. Well, would you look at that? It's almost as if I thought about it. Why is that surface uneven? Is that... whatever, I don't know. It's weird. Okay, that's 6. So these can all be producing fuel, because we're going to need a lot of it. And then we also have a lot of polymer resin coming out, which, as I said last time, seems to be really handy. No clue how much we're going to use yet, but that's fine. That means the other setup is going to be solely for producing the items that we need. Cool. Now we have to split this up into its 6, which happened pretty quickly, but as I said earlier, I never realised this is not the right way to do it. Right. And this is producing an absolute metric fuck ton of fuel, which we need to now use. So we have 240 fuel going in. How much is the fuel powered? Whoa. This is a little big. This is a little bit big. Okay then. How much fuel does a fuel powered generator use? Oh, this is another Google question. 100% clock speed. This will use 20 meters cubed per minute of fuel. 20. That's it. No. No. Surely not. What? Okay, I'm sorry, I have to test this real quick. It only does take 20 fuel per minute. That needs literally nothing. Well, I'm doing this so overkill then. Now I'm kind of worried because, like, you know, I would have thought that power... You know what, if I do it like this though, that means we have nothing to worry about in terms of power. Literally forever. We can live a long... Okay, that's a lie. We can live a very long time though without having to worry about power. So I reckon we're going to do that. Alright, okay, so I think I got it working. It was actually, I don't know why, it's really weird. Fluid flows a lot weirder than solids, which, you know what, I guess that is accurate to how the real world works. But like, really differently. Let me just chuck this all the way because we're going to have a massive excess of it and I need some way to dispose of it all. But anyways, yeah, the fluid flow is like varying. I don't know why it does that, but hold on, if you look over here, right, this will like go up and then it will randomly shoot up, right? Like this, now it's starting to go up way faster. I don't know why it does that. I think fluid is just different in this game for some reason that I don't understand. But anyways, that's not the problem right now. The problem right now is that we are going to run out of space. There is not nearly enough space to put 12 of these on the same platform. So I think what we're going to do is put whatever we can for now, and then we're going to build a new floor. What's this complaining about now? My god, I swear. Okay, there we go, now it's back on. This is on, those are all yellow because no flow. No flow. What's happening here then? What? There's oil in here. Okay, now it's starting to feed in. I'm so confused. This should... Oh. Oh, I might have misread. These can only flow at 300 per minute, not 360. Oh, there's a bottleneck. Who's annoyed at me now? What did I do? I was just chilling. Oh my god, it's a big guy. Hi there, I didn't know you respawned. Sorry, this is so much easier now with the big gun. Who would have thought? That should be all of the oil sorted. Man, I wish I'd counted properly. How do I fail at counting in this game? Right. Now we have a lot of power. Look at that. We have a lot more power. Capacity of 1000 watts makes sense. We have 4 producing 250. So now we need to make walls because we need to go up. So we're gonna go up a couple more just because it feels more grand, you know. Well, why am I doing basic? We got 4 meters. We're gonna go for this pesky 1 meter stuff. All right, foundations. 1 meter foundations. I can make it up. I can make it up. I can make it up. I can just make it up. Okay, so this is the pad that we need to build up in order to put all of the power stuff down. Oh my god, this is so quick. So I'm going to construct the second layer of this properly and then I will be back. Alright, okay, so this is all of the power plants just put in and my god, this is massive. It takes so long to get to the top from being at the bottom, so I don't really want to do it. I'm just going to stand here. But yes, it's very loud, but it makes a lot of power. If we click on one of these things, we can see a lot more power than we're using. Even with everything up 200,000, we're using like way less right now. But you know, that's good. That means room for expansion. But now we have to deal with the next problem. The next problem we have is each of these produces the blue pellets, the polymer resins, and we don't really have much use for those right now. Right now what I'm doing is just funneling them into that storage crater there, where I'm literally just chucking them away. I'm just doing this into there, that's all I'm doing. It's probably a massive waste, these are probably really expensive, but that's what I've been doing so far and I want to change that. I want to actually also ignore this was before I knew how these worked. I googled it like 20 minutes after I made the entire thing and I couldn't be bothered to fix it. So yeah, it's going to look all scuffed up for now, but it's fine. But yeah, no, anyways, what I need to do now is I need to get all the polymer resin moved to the top. I want to put it at the top because, you know, that's kind of the point of this, isn't it? Just one massive column to the skies. I really like tall things for some reason. I don't know why. Anyways, let's start by just dismantling everything. Once everything's dismantled, we can focus on moving forward. Well, okay, I say moving forward, but I really mean is moving up. But that's going to have to wait for another time, because honestly I've been playing this game for a very long time, and I need a break. But I feel like we've accomplished a good amount of stuff today. Anyways, see you next time.